Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking through my inventory numbers for the end of December 22, beginning of January 23. Got all my numbers written down. I know some of you guys would have liked for me to film it as well. I did not manage to get that done. I didn't have the same amount of time as I had last year because last year with all the pandemic stuff happening, that meant I did not take most of my holidays yet, so I could take some at the end of the year. This year I did not manage to do that. I definitely used up pretty much all my holidays, so kind of had to squeeze it in between celebrating Christmas, working, and having 2 days off somewhere around there as well. So anyway, numbers with photos this time. I'm definitely hoping to do a video version of this at some point as well, but today is not the day. Let's jump in. Bronzers first. So for bronzers, I had one before, which was the NYX. Like, it was a blush, but I used it as a contour, so for me it was a bronzer. I finished that one off, but I have 3 more now, none of which I actually bought recently. One of them is a bronzer from like back in the day, I kind of want to say. Like, it's definitely getting old. I haven't properly used it, actually have it lying here. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Bronzing Powder, which consists of like 5 different bronzers in stripes next to each other, like vertical product that has been completely mangled up and needs to be repressed. Then I have a brown like blush shade in a face palette, or like a complete palette. Is eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, everything, and another one similar to that. So that brings me to 3. You can see them in the picture. I hope you can spot the browns in between like the palettes and the blushes there. So 3 bronzers, I went from 1 to 3 there. For powders, I went from 1 to 2. I did finish off the Charlotte powder that I had in my collection before. I did repurchase that, but then I also bought an advent calendar at the end of this year because I just felt like treating myself, and like having that advent calendar idea I thought was really nice. I've never ever bought one before, and I just felt like buying one. Sometimes you just gotta treat yourself. So I did do that, and that contained a powder as well. This one is from Hourglass, which I'm very curious to try out, so I'm pretty excited to be able to play around with something else. And I do feel like I should be able to finish both of them off in the next year, so it's still not like an intimidating amount by any means. Then for highlighters, I had 2 during my last update 6 months ago. I did finish one off, but I also got a highlighter in that advent calendar, which also is still really fun and interesting to try out something else. I do have a highlighter palette now that came from my sister with 3 highlighters in it. And I still have the like Glam Bronze trio that, to me, I kind of use in a highlighter slash blush topper capacity, so falls into this category. So I went from 2, finished off 1 to 5. That's math. Then for eyeshadow singles, you guys know I'm never really using up singles so far. I definitely want to try and figure that out more, but they're just intimidating to me because there's so much product in them. I went from 8, the same 8 that I had before, I still have, and we've had another 7 because of my sister's makeup collection being absorbed into mine. So I've got 15 single eyeshadows right now. For pigments, I had 4 before and nothing much changed here, thank goodness. I still have the same 4. Well, thank goodness. It would have been nice to have less of them because I don't think I will be buying pigments in the near future in any way, shape or form because I just don't gravitate towards them as much. But for pigments, still have the same 4 in there. I'm still working on the Da Vinci Cosmetics Deja Vu one. And I really want to try and focus in on the NYX Yellow Gold one in 2023 as well. I really hope that I can finally start doing that. I have some ideas of where I could maybe roll it into a project, so hopefully I can actually merge it in. Then for eyeshadow quads, trios, duos, here same thing. I had 6 last time, I still have the same 6. and absorbing my sister's makeup collection, I added on another 6. So I've got 12 quads, trios, duos at the moment. I'm pretty sure that I will have at least one of them finished by the next time I film an update for this, so in 6 months from now. And one of them will be my Pigment palette next year. So at least I will be working properly on 2 of these, and maybe I can sprinkle something else in. Maybe it will pop up in my Pigment palette, in my Pigment eyeshadows or something like that. There's some neutral duos in there as well, which might work well when I need something neutral somewhere. So yeah, we'll see. 6 to 12, great. Eyeshadow palettes. Here I was on a nice trajectory going from 14 to 13 to 12, but as you guys might already know, I added a few more through absorbing my sister's makeup collection and 2 big palettes that were still in my childhood bedroom that I never actually moved to Dublin, that I somewhat forgot about. So I've added 10 more. I'm at 22 palettes right now. Yeah, that's not great. I have hopes that I will finish one of them off within the next couple of months, hopefully kind of sort of by the middle of the year update that I will do. Yeah, and then I will have to see for the other ones. Eye primers, I still have the same one as I had 6 months ago, which is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Definitely not a lot left in that one anymore, so I will be probably finishing it off in the next couple of months, but I will repurchase the same one very, very likely. So I'm always keeping this at 1, and I don't need more than 1. Mascaras, I had 4 last time. I have 3 right now. Until a day, no, 2 days ago, I thought I was having 2, but then one of them popped up in the advent calendar as well. You guys know, normally my Clinique High Impact Mascara is just the mascara that I use. I don't buy anything else, but I now also have a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mascara, which I don't mind. I'm curious to try something new because I've been using the same thing for so long. It's actually going to be interesting to see how I will feel about that one. But 3 mascaras is stuff that I can usually finish, something that I can easily finish off in the next year, because I do roll them out every 3 months just because they're being used so close to my eye and they're very, very much liquid. So yes, mascaras. For lipsticks, I had 8 before. Don't think I finished any of them off. And I've added 2 more now, 1 from my sister's makeup collection and 1 from the advent calendar. The advent calendar one is a NARS one, which I really like because it gives me a chance to try a new brand again. The sister, I think that's a Maybelline one. It's one of those ones that you put on and then put a lip balm on top and it should stay on forever. I actually tried it out yesterday because we had a Christmas celebrations with the family, and it did seem to stay on for quite some time. So nice enough. It's small enough, so I'm gonna try and pan that one next year. I think I have 5 lipsticks on my list for next year, so let's see if I can get through all of them, and this number will hopefully be a lot less already by the middle of the year, maybe. Let's see. For lip glosses, I have 4, finished 1 off and added 1 through the advent calendar from Ilia, which is not a makeup brand I'm very familiar with. I have not really heard of it either, so curious to use that one. It's not a huge one, so I have that in as one of the glosses I want to finish off next year as well. So I'm hoping that by the end of next year this number will be 2, unless I decide to buy another advent calendar or something pops up again, but we'll see. That's only for 12 months from now. Let's see, then we have lip lacquers. Very excited here. I went from 6 to 5. I'm sure you guys know what that means, what I finished off. I am wearing it today still, but it's the 27th and we've got 4 days left in the year, and it's so dry that I have to go over my lips multiple times to get enough pigment off. But because it's such a pigmented product, even really, really dried out, I can still get product on my lips. So I will be using it for the next couple of days still, like just putting it on here and there, and then it will be done. I will be calling it quits because there really isn't any product left. It's basically just a little bit of pink pigment that's still like holding on for dear life, and that's it. Like, it's not a liquid lipstick anymore. It's not even a lipstick. It's not liquid. I don't know. You guys know what I mean, I think. So from 6 to 5, and I'm hoping to finish off one of the Catrice ones in the upcoming year at the very least. So let's see how we'll do with that. Tinted lip balms. I was hoping I would have 0 for you guys today, but because I had one lip balm in my products that I wanted to finish off for this year, I decided to like really focus in on that one now towards the end of the year, and that meant that I didn't completely get through my tinted lip balm, but it will be done in the next like 1, maybe 2 months, so I'm not too worried about that one. For lip balms, I had to, but as I said, I've been focusing in on one a lot, which, like, I have the tiniest bit left, but again, 4 days until the end of the year while I'm filming this, so I'm calling that one done. One more lip balm to go, which isn't easy to slap on one, and also this one I think I should be able to finish in the next year, and hopefully I will be able to buy something new, finally. For blushes, here, yeah, that's an interesting one. For blushes, I had 20 last time. Right now I have 60. That is because, again, merging with my sister's makeup collection, a few palettes that had blushes in them, and I've counted all the blushes individually this time. I forgot to do that a little bit last time. So I have one palette that I've added, which has, how many? 6, 12, I think 24 blushes in total. 2 of them I've used up, so that is a lot. Then a few more in other palettes. And I think I've added 5 that came from my sister's makeup collection, something along those lines. So all of that together brings me to 60. But in the palettes, for example, there's not a lot in there, so I can use those up fairly quickly. Doesn't mean I will be back to 20 anytime soon, but it could be worse, I guess. Concealers, I still have the same MAC one as I did last time. I'm halfway through. This one will be done probably in the next 6 months, and then I will buy something else, maybe the same thing. I don't know. My battery is almost running out, so I'm gonna try and wrap this up quickly. Eye pencils, I had 5. I still have 5. Still working on that black one. It's definitely getting smaller. You can see that that's the smallest one out of the 5 right now, but there still is a lot left, so that's gonna be around for a little bit longer. And as a total, and I didn't count every single eyeshadow separately, of course, as you guys know, and my whole makeup collection together, I went from 86 products to 154, which is a huge change. But I'm okay with that, since that is like my whole sister's makeup collection as well. Most of those are eyeshadows and blushes. Definitely got some work to do there, because those already were my biggest like parts of my collection, but we'll see. I'm excited to start bringing that number down again, and update you guys again in 6 months from now. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the pictures, hearing me talk through it, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!